Hey, lovelies. Thank you for coming back again. So, today I did a thing. I packed a bag, grabbed a camera, and set off on a little solo mission to the Isle of Wight. Just me, myself, and an overstuffed backpack I probably didn't need. So, now, as usual, I was late, like properly late. I quickly booked an Uber to get me to the Red Funnel Ferry in Southampton. We pull up, and the driver looks at me and goes, "That'll be cash." I was like, "What? I always pay by card before the ride." It turns out, in my rush to book, I accidentally selected the cash payment option. Oh my god, classic me. But this driver was super chill about it, honestly. Shout out to him. He saved me from a full-on meltdown. He didn't accept me sending money to his bank account, but he told me he'll sort it with the app and they'll take it from my card or something. What a relief. I mean, honestly, who walks with cash? Oh. I somehow made it to the ferry, literally like 2 minutes to departure. That was so lucky. Not even joking. The ferry I took was the big one, the vehicle and passenger ferry. So that means it carries both vehicles and people like people like me wandering with snacks and oversized t-shirts and bad hair. I paid £13 one way, which is a pretty sweet deal. Now, this ferry, it's a whole experience. It's massive, multiple decks, lots of seating space, and even a coaster on board. Yo, you can walk around, sit down for a meal, or just stay there staring dramatically at the sea. Of course, I went up to the top deck to take in the views. It was so gorgeous. The wind was wild, but in a romantic kind of way. Like, yes, ruin my hair, fly my cap away kind of wind. I stood there pretending to be unaffected while secretly just wishing to get hold of that Costa coffee. I took photos, videos. I held my phone so tight. I don't know why you get this feeling like, yo, it's gonna fall in the water or something. Like, dude, you do this, you normally hold your phone and it's never fallen down. Why is it gonna do that now? Yeah, but that feeling, it just comes when you're like on the water or, somewhere unfamiliar. My hands started to go numb after a while, so I just caved in and went inside to treat myself to beautiful breakfast, my first meal of the day. I got a full English breakfast because, well, why not? I had not eaten and the smell hit me like a warm hug. The smell was really nice. Everything was so great. There were 2 sausages, hash brown, beans, mushrooms, and this weird black dish they called black pudding. Well, that was yuck. That one was gross. Do people actually eat this? I gave it a try, immediately regretted it. No offense to the black pudding fans out here, but no, sorry, not me. So after an hour of ferry fun, we arrived at the East Coast. First impression, peaceful, like the island version of a warm blanket. You just feel welcome. It's just got this homey feeling. It's just so wonderful, to say the least. I had no plan really, which honestly was part of the charm. I just wanted to explore and see where the day took me. So I sat down and googled things to do in East Coast. First result, visit Osborne House. Sounds royal. I was intrigued. So let's go. So I hopped on a local bus and made my way to the Osborne House. Entry cost was £25, and honestly, that was worth it. Now here's the deal. Osborne House isn't just a fancy old building. This was Queen Victoria and Prince Albert's private summer home. Yeah, the Queen Victoria. When the palace life got too much, they came here to chill. Their version of like a countryside Airbnb. So, fun fact, Prince Albert actually helped design this place. It's an Italian villa vibe with balconies, sea views, and the kind of elegance that screams, I am royalty, but I'm also down to earth. That kind of thing. It's so gorgeous. Inside, it's like stepping into a royal time capsule. The bedrooms, sitting rooms, the nursery, every personal knickknacks are even still there. It didn't feel like a museum at all. It felt like a real home. It's just way a better home with better curtains and better ceilings, you know. So the story is that after Albert passed away, Victoria kept coming back. She loved it so much she actually died here in 1901, which sounds sad, but also kind of romantic. The scenery was just so appealing. I couldn't stop taking photos. We were allowed to take photos in all areas, but some areas they restricted videography. I'm not really sure why. And they restricted flash photos as well. Look at this beauty. Oh my god, I couldn't stop taking photos, like literally. I have so many photos of this place. I walked through the halls thinking, wow, she ran an empire and raised 9 kids. I mean, wow again. Wow. So while you enjoyed this beautiful story, I'm just gonna tell you about what happened when I left the Osborne house. Now, after leaving the Osborne house, the universe reminded me I was still me. My phone lost signal, like completely. No bus, no data, not even that fake 1x that gives you false hope. So I walked to the nearest gas station hoping to buy a new SIM. Maybe I thought mine wasn't working because wasn't working on the island. I don't know, but no, they were the one they were selling in this shop were the exact same one that I had. So that wasn't the case. So I asked the guy behind the counter why he thinks there's no if he has like why is there no signal, and he just goes, it's gone, nothing we can do now. Like, okay, thank you for the emotionally devastating weather report, but that wasn't so helpful. Well, I didn't say that, I just thought it. I ended up connecting to the public EE Wi-Fi and paid £5 for an hour pass. I felt terrible, though I couldn't really do anything without Google Maps and public transport, so yeah, I really had to. With data restored, I boarded a bus to Sundown where I had booked a hotel for the night. But plot twist, I needed to change buses like 3 times. Guess who was too busy admiring the views and forgot to pay attention to the fancy man announcing bus stops? Yep, yours truly. I got lost and ended up in Ryde instead. At first, I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. But then I figured, why not explore? Make it a mini detour, you know? Ride was beautiful. I walked down to the water, snapped some photos, and just sat there for a while, letting the sea breeze wash over me. It was so nice, so calming, you know. It was one of the unplanned detours that turns out to be the best part of the trip. Eventually, I found the train station, super convenient, just right by the water. I walked like 200 yards from where I was sitting to the train station. I bought the tickets to Sundown for just £3. The train ride was peaceful and the announcements were loud and clear, which was great because at this point, getting lost again would just be embarrassing. I didn't take any videos on the train because it was just bushy and boring, but it was fine. So about 15 minutes later, I arrived at my destination. I walked about 6 minutes to my hotel. I dragged my bag literally like I was in an emotional slow motion scene. I was so tired. I just wanted to be in my room and just sleep. Now the hotel, let me just say, it exceeded my expectations. It was affordable, it was clean, comfy, and even it had a few little surprises that I'll just show you in my next video because it's a lot. There's still so much of the Isle of Wight to uncover, and I'm just getting started. I really hope to see you on the next one. Bye.